started diving in a backyard pool much like this one and yours at home. Early on, my parents made sure I learned about safe diving, and I've been diving safely ever since, just by paying attention and following some important common sense rules, the do's and don'ts of safe diving. So now that you're ready to install a diving board, make sure that your pool and diving board meet all manufacturer installation instructions and National Spa and Pool Institute standards, as well as state and local codes. That is the first step to ensuring that you, your family, and guests will have plenty of safe fun and enjoyment year after year. Your diving board is an important safety feature of your pool. The board indicates to everyone that there is a safe place to dive and directs everyone to the deep end of the pool, away from the shallow end where pool accidents are more likely to happen. Safety is the pool owner's responsibility. So learn, understand, and enforce the basic safety principles and rules. They are explained in the booklet that comes with your diving board. But with the help of my young friends here, we're going to highlight the most important ones.
No running, roughhousing, or horseplay around the pool.
Never dive, jump, or slide into shallow water. That's where most accidents happen.
Keep the deck clear of hazardous or breakable objects. Never swim or dive alone.
Adult supervision is required when young children are present.
Alcohol consumption and pools don't mix. Never allow anyone to swim, dive, or slide that's been using alcohol or drugs. There are a few more rules, so be sure to read the booklet that came inside the packaging with your board or stand. Now, kids, what's the most fun that you've had at your pool?
Diving!
Great, me too. Let's talk about common sense rules of safe diving, and then we'll try some dives. Andy, what's the first thing that we do?
Know the water's depth and the shape of the pool bottom, including the upslope.
Right, the pool is 8 feet deep, and the upslope starts here. Kyle, what's next?
Check for objects at the bottom of the pool or floating on the surface.
Good, let's take those floats out of the pool. Sky, what now?
Plan your dive path.
That's right. Know exactly what you're going to do when you dive and enter the water. Shallow dive and steer up. Natalie, what do we do next?
Test the board for spring.
And what else, AJ?
We practice before we dive. But how do we practice, Mary Ellen?
Let me show you. Follow me. Okay, kids, what is the first rule to safe diving?
Jump in feet first.
You got it. Always want to jump in feet first to any pool that we've never been in before, because we need to get a sense of the water's depth. All right, Sky, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a jump. Your feet are together. You're at the edge of the board. Your arms are to the side. Stomach in. Good. You're going to swim behind you and jump away from the board. You ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, AJ, first thing we're going to do is the jump. Feet are together at the edge of the board. Perfect. Arms to the side, stomach in. Good job. Looks good. You're going to jump away from the board, remember? Okay, go ahead. Swing all the way up and away. Now, as we learn to dive, we want to mentally picture what the dive looks like. You want to shallow dive and then steer up. Okay? As we approach the end of the board, we walk slowly. We put our feet together. Our arms are above our head so we can protect our head. We want to bounce one time, push away from the board, shallow dive, and steer up. You ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Everyone see that?
Yeah!
Okay, who would like to try it?
Me!
Okay, but before we start, let's go over some of the rules. First, knowing the depth of the water. Second, removing all the obstructions. Third, we need to test the board for spring. Okay, Sky, go ahead and test the board for spring.
Okay.
Good job, that's perfect. Now what I want you to do is we're going to do a dive, but before you dive in, you want to plan your dive path. So you got to visualize where you're going to go in the water. You're going to do a shallow dive and then steer up. Okay? Put your feet at the end of the board. Put your arms above your head. That's excellent. Stomach tight. Always protect your head. And go ahead and dive on in. That was excellent. Just about perfect. All right, Andy. How about you?
Okay.
Okay, put your feet together, arms above your head to protect your head, stomach tight. Make sure we're only going to bounce off once off the board. Always doing a shallow dive and steering up. You ready? That was terrific, Andy. A fantastic shallow dive. Now, before the rest of you kids go off the diving board, let's go over some important don'ts about pools and diving.
Never dive into shallow water.
That's where most pool accidents happen.
Don't dive off the side of the board.
Don't risk hitting your head against the side of the pool. Always dive straight ahead.
Don't dive from the sides of the pool.
There may not be enough glide-out room.
Don't run and dive.
Don't do a back dive or fancy dives. Keep the dive simple. There are some other do's and don'ts, and you'll find them in the booklet that comes with your board. Learn them and teach them to your family and guests. Okay, kids, let's get the rest of you diving off the board. Okay, Natalie, you ready? Shallow dive and steer up. All right, go ahead. Hands first. Good job. Perfect. Okay, Kyle, arms above your head. Remember, shallow dive and steer up. Go ahead. Okay, put your feet together. Excellent. Arms above your head to protect your head. Stomach tight. Make sure we're only going to bounce off once off the board. Always doing a shallow dive and steering up. You ready? Excellent. Okay, go ahead. Diving is a lot of fun. Kids just love to do it. It gives them a thrill, excitement, and all-around great feeling about themselves. I'm proof that when kids feel good about what they are doing, there is no limit to how far they can go. Now, your kids may not grow up to be Olympians, but learning a sport safely through practice and proper technique will always be a pleasurable and memorable experience. It was for me. Now dive safely and have fun!
Safe diving is fun. This instructional video is a presentation of S.R. Smith, the world's leader in swimming pool deck equipment.